and England and the other English-speaking countries. We are now in the middle of Dublin this afternoon, and I'm in really great company with Sharon Gold on my side. But I want to first make clear who I am. I'm a Dutch journalist, Micha Kat. I came especially to Ireland to really do some investigations about the terrible situation of children, and especially the child abuse situation, which I think is a great connection between the Netherlands and Ireland, in that in both countries, you know, there are really what I call not democracies, but pedocracies. And that are those types of regimes where pedophiles are in charge. And this is really terrible. And in my first video from Dublin, I explained something about the situation in Ireland, with all the commissions, all the investigations, everything they did to fight the child abuse without, of course, results. So now we are going to the next step. We're going to explain something about the Netherlands to the Irish people, so that we can really connect. And I want to give the honor to my colleague, which does like a little bit the same work as I do in the Netherlands in Ireland. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, you're correct, Michael. Thank you very much.
So I want to ask her to ask me some questions, so that I can explain more to the Irish people about the Dutch situation.
Okay, what is the situation on paedophilia in Holland right now, Michael?
Okay, thank you, Sharon. I told already that Ireland and Holland both can be called like a pedocracy. Which is, of course, these forms of government where not the democratically elected people are running the show, or even like in other systems where the most powerful run the show, or the people with the most money run the show, like in the plutocracy, or not even in a theocracy where the most religious people run the show. No, the show is run by the people who can abuse the most children. And this is, of course, a totally terrible situation. And in the Netherlands, I think, together with Ireland, is one of the countries where this situation is really at its worst, so to speak.
And can you tell us a little bit about Demick and what he has done and what is happening with him in Holland?
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, the Demick case now is really getting more and more exposed all over the world. In America, even, they have made some hearings in Washington, D.C. about this case. And why is it so terrible? Because Demick was the highest official in the judiciary in the country, and he was running the show in that, like in the child protection services and all this, in the police and in the courthouses. What he did was he put in place there, of course, also fellow pedophiles, so that parents of abused children were totally denied any possibility to fight what the government did to their children.
Okay.
So so this book, it's in Dutch. This is 400 pages of evidence against this man Demick. The Dutch government and the Dutch police is denying everything. They just say it doesn't exist. But in the meantime, you can see that the people are getting angrier and angrier. Even we have this kind of papers, pedophile within the Dutch judiciary, etc. Okay, the situation is just terrible. So that's about this Demick case.
So power corrupts.
Absolutely.
Okay. And does he have any links to Ireland, or do you know of any links that he has between Holland and Ireland?
Yeah, very good question, Sharon. I don't, at this point, I don't know of any real proven links which are really saying, for instance, that Demick abused Irish children. But what we know from the whole situation with pedophile rings is that they are always internationally very well connected, that they always have links to the United States of America, that there are very, very strong links between Ireland and the United States of America. That there are very strong links between the Dutch and the Belgian pedophile networks and the Jersey situation, which we all know about in this orphanage. So when you add all these things up, and especially when you also bring into play this Marcus case, which is now very much into the Irish media, which is also very well connected to the United States, of course.
Yes.
Then there is no other possibility than that also there's a very strong Dutch connection, and I think that makes it very important for the Irish people also to put this damning situation into their considerations, especially since this man Deming, he's one of the leading European powers about the European justice infrastructure, you know, like Interpol or Eurojust, you know, all these terrible New World Order organizations, they were all founded and organized by this man Deming.
Okay. So there is a possible connection then to Ireland, possibly all over the world with Deming anyway.
Absolutely, Sharon, but you can see that there are some countries which stand out.
Yes.
Which is, for instance, Ireland stands out, the Netherlands stand out, the United States stand out. I think these are the big three in the child pornography. Then you have, of course, Portugal, which comes into play. You know, this terrible story from Lenny McCain, which is very significant. Portugal stands out. And then, of course, there are many more other countries where pedophiles go to, of course, like South Africa, Thailand, Cambodia, Australia, New Zealand are also, okay, you know about the situation. England, of course, with the Jimmy Savile situation. You can also say maybe that countries which are run by a monarchy, like the Netherlands and England and Australia in a way also, and Spain are worse.
Yes.
Because these monarchies are really very much into the child abuse situation.
Thank you very much, Micha.
Okay, and then maybe I have to ask one question to you also. You just explained to me when we talked before this footage making about the situation in Ireland and the alternative media and your position into the resistance in Ireland. Can you tell something about the alternative movement in Ireland? How is it functioning? How are you functioning within it? Just for the Dutch public to tell something, because they were very interested in this.
Okay, well, most of our sort of stuff is done on Facebook and that, and then we have certain sort of protests, but we share information. We also have a paper here in Ireland called One World Chronicle. We also have another, the Sovereign Independent, where we get information there as well, but it's mostly shared information on Facebook, and that we have going on. But many of us are involved, you know, with the vaccinations, the fluoride in our water, the fracking, child abuse, everything to do with New World Order. And of course, we're all very interested in the problems that's going on in Syria as well. And some of us are very aware of what's really happening in Syria, but unfortunately our media is controlled and we're not being told the truth about what's really happening here.
Okay, and that's exactly why the mainstream media is now just tumbling down into the abyss, because people don't believe it anymore. Okay, we have had enough for today. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time on klokkenluideronline.is.
Thank you.